All right, Tuesday morning, a bit after the session opens, what we have here are the US levels. So these are not the daily levels. These are the US trading levels that I teach traders how to identify before the session opens. Same exact approach as the daily levels. I'm going to put my stop here. Same exact approach as the daily levels, below the midpoint, looking short toward the sell level, above the midpoint, like gold here, looking long toward the buy level. Um, should close this because YM now crossed above the midpoint. And going to put my stop for the Nasdaq here. All right, now I teach traders how to arrive at these levels again before the market opens, not after the fact. Ryan created this indicator for us which can plot these levels on your charts. It does it automatically. There is nothing you need to do. However, I still think it's important to understand why this is happening, why these levels are important, and that's what the US level trading course is all about. Later on, once I get through the initial wave of all the mentorship, there will be a live room specifically for people who took the course. It's not going to be a trade calling room. That's not what it's going to be about. It's going to be about support, right? So those who took the course, if they need, even though it's fairly straightforward, especially with the help of the indicator, but still there are some nuances that I think I can contribute to increase the overall performance of this method. So there will be a live room. It will be free, of course, to all those who took the course. It's going to be maybe 2-3 days a week. It's not going to be every day. There is no need. Again, it's just going to be a room for support in case someone is not exactly clear. And just like what to do, for example, in the case of gold, once price arrives and passes through the buy level here, most of the time it would retest it from the top. It could be another buying opportunity. So that's other kinds of things we're going to be going over. I will not be teaching how to hold trades. I don't know how to teach how to hold trades. I always advise everyone just grab a scalp, $100, $150, and just be done. So unfortunately, I did not switch the YM. I should have. YM is probably now targeting this buy level here. I am in crude. You see the perfect test of the midpoint. So again, the approach as far as trading it is the exact same approach as the daily levels, right? We have crude reaching the buy level, reacting down to the midpoint. Very normal behavior. It occurs, of course, on daily levels, and it occurs on US sessions levels. The trading approach is the same. So far this morning, S&P did not hit yet the level here. That's what we expect. The Nasdaq we expect to hit this level over here. Maybe drag my stop somewhat lower here. This is the Russell. Again, did not hit the level yet, so still waiting. So the way this works is crude, if now crude starts breaking below, let's say below this pivot, and I'm going to put my stop here. If crude breaks this, I'll be out of the trade. Just like with the daily levels, as price is arriving at a level, in this case the sell level, I expect a bounce. So as price is arriving here, I'm going to really start tightening up. If they take me out, that's fine. I have to be okay with that, because very often there is a bounce from these levels, just like with the daily levels. Here comes the Nasdaq. So I'm going to really tighten up now. I'm going to put my stop at like break even on the Russell, a bit better than break even. Crude took me out, so now I am going to take a short. My stop is again above this midpoint, and if they start chopping me, I'll just stop. Here is, let's kind of make this bigger maybe. Okay, so here is the NASDAQ arriving. So again, I'm now the closer it comes to here, the more aware I am that a bounce could be coming. I'm not necessarily saying buying it, although again a bounce is expected, but buying it is a bit aggressive in my eyes. Again, plenty of traders we have are buying the sell level or selling the buy level, but to me it's just a bit more aggressive that I like. Again, each trader is an individual, of course, and here it comes. So you see the accuracy of the US session levels is pretty much the same as the daily levels, only these are specifically for the US session. The indicator makes it easy. I'm expecting a bounce, so I'm just gonna tighten up some more. No reason to give back too much. By the way, I always forget to ask, please leave this video a like. If you can make a comment, please make a comment. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. I always forget to ask that because I get too involved. Here we go, look at that. It's gonna hit it, yep. It's gonna hit that level. And then, yep, a bounce is expected. Now, how would you, let's say you wanted to be long, how would you trade a bounce? I would insist on a bar after touching the level still closing above it. That would be kind of my thing. And then the stop would be below whatever pivot is created. That's how I would play it. So here is the bounce, and it took me out, and it's fine. So you see that? That is the, you see the same thing with the daily levels coming in. Here is just like missing it by a couple of ticks, but that's why I'm saying don't necessarily try to get every tick out of the trade. As they're coming closer, tighten up. So here's the S&P arrived to the tick here, to the sell level, trying to break through. I will tighten up because I am expecting a bounce, just like in the NASDAQ. There are a few levels below it, so I'm going to try and hold it. Let's see if we can get it. Here we go. Again, this is live. And I will show my rhythmic dashboard after trading is over. This is a prop firm funded account. So you see the precision. The precision with the US levels are the same as with the daily levels. Here comes price testing the midpoint right here. Perfect example of how this works. Same exact way as the daily levels come in, fail to the sell level. And now they're going lower. Going to tighten up some more. Now 8 out of 10 times, when price breaks through a level, it will retest it from underneath. I'm aware of that, and that's why as they go down, I will be following them. Try not to give back too much. Also, by the way, why I'm saying it is more aggressive to try and buy it. Now, if you bought it, there was something here. I mean, there was something for a scalp over here, but just my taste, okay, just the way I trade. For me, I much rather be short toward the sell level or long toward the buy level than try and buy them. But sometimes there are terrific buy or sell opportunities from these levels. It's just, in my opinion, a lot more aggressive. So here goes the S&P, just keeps on going, keeps on trucking. Okay, so doing well here. Also keeping an eye on my other trades. It's on a different monitor now. Looking good. Yep, so if you're interested in learning how to identify these levels on your own, you can reach out to me via email. We'll have a conversation. I always have a conversation with traders who are interested. I just want to make sure that it's the right fit. It's not just like some other places, here is a PayPal link, go buy it. That's not what I'm about. I want to make sure that this is the right fit for you, so we will have a conversation if you are interested before any kind of purchase. Okay, so they might take me out here, and I'll be fine with that. I'll be absolutely fine with that. I managed to avoid the initial bounce, which it's already good. And that's the trick, because you know a bounce is coming, and if you want to try and stay in the trade, can you handle it? Okay, they took me out. As I said, they're probably going to be retesting this level. After breaking through 8 out of 10 times, they will be retesting it. Okay, crude. Missed on crude. I should put my stop here. So yeah, I was too busy with the S&P trade. When I'm not making a video, I'm a bit more alert, of course. But the crude so far misses this a little bit. So I still want to see if they can get there, hopefully without taking me out first. But you see why I say it's so much easier to simply grab your target. Trade, staying in winning positions is difficult. I've done it so many times at this point, it doesn't matter to me. But if it's something that causes you pain, if you're up 300 a contract, then all of a sudden you get out with plus 100 a contract. If it gives you too much pain, then the trailing is not for you. Holding winning positions is not for you. It doesn't make you a bad person, and you can be very successful, by the way, just scalping 100, 150 at a time. Nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to hold, and it looks like they're going to take me out here. Still barely in gold. Gold is reacting, of course, to reaching the buy level. Take a look again what the Nasdaq did here. Here is the Nasdaq, right? Look at this, almost to the tick of this US session sell level, and a bounce up. So again, I'll say again, to me this is the more aggressive way of doing it. However, I mean, reality is reality, right? Firming up here should lead them to the midpoint, so that's quite a few points there. And then they could fail again. I mean, who knows? We'll be keeping an eye on that as well. The YM here failing, did not quite reach the midpoint. This is a more aggressive kind of trade. So again, if you're looking for a scalp, once again, you got 11, 12 points and more. Take the scalp. Don't try to hold it. I'm going to try and hold it. Once they get here, I'm going to kind of put my stop. Oh, I mean, 20 points, right? I should put my stop now, I guess, like here. That's the more responsible thing to do. But at the very least, I expect them to come here. And then, of course, see if they can target this buy level. But that retracement was important, and this is the kind of thing I'll be covering in a live room for those who took the course. Those kind of things perhaps are less obvious. It all depends on every person's trading experience. But in other words, once they break through, especially with the Nasdaq, I want to see something. Now it's true I missed this whole beautiful move up. If I was just long on this bar, which is a legitimate long, I missed this move up, but obviously at the time I don't know this coming. If anything, I expect some kind of a retest. So once I miss this, I just sit back and I say, all right, now let's see what happens if and when they try to test the midpoint. And this is all they could do, which is actually a very bullish sign. The idea that they could not quite reach it is actually bullish. So here they go, right? Here they go. Here they go. All right. By the way, so my oil trade, nothing happening so far, a bit down here in oil, and the YM is doing beautifully. Move my stop here. Not too far already from the buy level, so gotta keep an eye on that. You see why I wanted to stay away from the Russell. just a whole bunch of nothing, crisscrossing the mid. No thank you. I'll stay away from that. All right, so the Nasdaq is trying. Nasdaq is trying. Again, if crude oil stops me, I'll just be done here with crude, because just not much. Again, I think they should be hitting this level. We'll see. Let's keep a closer eye here on the Nasdaq. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, now they're coming closer. Right now, I'm expecting a reaction. So now I'm tightening up. I'm tightening up. Reaction is very probable now. Here we are. So, yep. Now you see them slowing down and probably going to start reacting. Here they are reacting. Nothing wrong with simply covering now, but I always trail until they take me out. Almost always. Almost always. But over 100 points possible on this trade. Here they are. Tightening up. Here is the YM arriving. So the YM, let's take a look at that. To the tick pretty much. So both markets arrive at their levels. Gonna try and see if we can survive the reaction. Reaction is expected. The question is, how much of a reaction? Again, this does not mean it has to be the high of the day. It just means we have arrived at the first daily target. Reaction is expected, but they could go higher. Can we survive a reaction? That's so kind of keeping an eye on the Nasdaq and the YM here. Crude is a disappointment so far, just completely sideways. All right, well, both markets are now exceeding it, which is good. Gonna tighten up some more. Gonna tighten up some more. So as we discussed before, 8 out of 10 times, when market breaks through a level, it should retest it from above. At some point, I expect Nasdaq to retest this buy level. Not much happening in crude, but at least positive now. Really want to see crude at least attempting this sell level. It's been a pretty slow morning for crude. YM took me out, so as I said, breakthrough retest, and it took me out. So now the only thing that's left is the Nasdaq, as it's probably going to try and attempt to test this buy level to see if they can hold it. If they can hold it, sure, it's another buying opportunity to break the current high over here. All right, so once everything is done, I will show my rhythmic dashboard and just go over a few points. All right, so let's summarize my computer clock, a rhythmic clock, the account used today. So today you've seen that I have losing trades and I took losing trades. I'm often asked, how come it doesn't look like you have losing trades? It's not that I don't have losing trades, it's just that I don't hold on to them. For me, if I'm long above this midpoint and price crosses below, I am out. I'm going to take a small loss. I try to hold to major levels. More often than not, these levels are achieved. However, I'll say again, it is difficult to hold on to trades, and I mostly recommend for newer traders to just grab a scalp. I am very excited that finally there is something I can teach, because the regular daily levels are way too complicated. There are just a lot of complexity and moving parts to teaching that methodology. It would not be practical, but I can definitely teach this. I have been teaching this approach to traders, and they appear to do great. I'm getting great feedback. These levels could be calculated every day before the US session opens. An indicator just plots them on your chart, makes it nice and easy. But I do insist on traders understanding what is going on. I mean, that's the whole point of this. So once again, please leave me a like if you didn't do so yet. Please subscribe. Follow us in Discord, and you can reach out to me. My email is in the description. Thank you all. See you next time.